and welcome to the Red Men TV. Yes, it's the live fan interactive post-match show after Liverpool 3, Nottingham Forest 2. If you're one of our Red Men Plus Club legends, you can use the Discord chat. If you are one of our YouTube members, you can use the live chat now. We'll bring up your comments on the screen as well. If you haven't joined us as a YouTube member, you do so now. You guys can use the chat as well. And if you're new, you'll get your name put on the board. These are all the members that we've had join us over the last day or two. So get yourself on the board. Replace Leonard at the top of the board. Sign up to become a YouTube member. You get loads of other little perks and bonuses, including some of the chats we do are members only, and we appreciate the support of all you guys, all you members, and of course all you club legends as well. And I'll also go to Twitter as well and read some tweets out. So there is a tweet that says, "That's it, 3-2 to the Reds." If you go to that one and reply, I'll get a couple of comments of yours as well. Right then, let's start with a YouTube member. It's Hitchin Baz. Said, results went well for us. Villa drew, Everton at 18th, and we sweated out a win. Now I need to sit in a dark, soundproof room listening to sounds of the ocean to calm down. It was so interesting, Baz, because at half-time, I know you were there with us on the watch along as well, and I appreciate your support on the channel, Baz. Me and Ella were like quite calm. It was like they haven't really offered a threat. Liverpool looked dangerous off set pieces. I think we'll be all right. And when we scored off one, it was like, yeah, it all makes sense. That sound all good. It turned out that long throw in was just Liverpool couldn't deal with it. They couldn't get rid of it was second ball, third ball, flick on. They just could not clear the lines, no matter what. And like you say, it was panic stations. Liverpool kept giving silly throw-ins away, which doesn't help. But you're right, it was not easy in the end. But what I would say is that I've criticised Liverpool a lot this season. I'm not sure what the technical term is. Maybe it's mental fortitude. I call it like having bollocks and just showing a little bit of metal and a bit of something, a bit of character. I think I heard Jamie Carragher say the word character a lot about this Liverpool side and what they've lacked this season, and that it does take a little bit to come back twice and go ahead, come back, and get yourselves that third goal. It does take something, and even then to hold on in the end. I said to Errol Jaw at the end of the game, I think a few months ago we might have lost that game or drew it at least. I wouldn't have backed us to get ourselves back into it as many times as we did. So fair play to the lads. They did show a little bit of something. They showed a little bit of metal, and I think that should be applauded. And like I say, before the Leeds game, the top four equation was very, very straightforward, really. Win all your games and hope other teams do you favours and hope other teams slip up. Now we know Newcastle versus Tottenham is Sunday, so someone above us, at least one of them, is dropping points. The way it's worked out, I think a draw would be good, a Tottenham win would be good as well. But that's where we're at right now. We need favours, but Liverpool need to do their own job. So yeah, go and get yourselves. Don't get in the dark room just yet. Listen to our show, Baz, and then get the sounds of the ocean on. Calm yourself down a little bit later on. Near52 says it's like being on the smile at Alton Towers watching this team. My heart can't cope. I'll leave you to comment on the screen. See, I disagree. This season it hasn't really been topsy-turvy. It's just been quite miserable. It's been, like it's either been amazing highs, like the 9-0s and the 7s and the 7s and the 6-1s and stuff. We haven't really had any what you'd call like nail biters for a while. There's been the odd little 1-0 that Liverpool have had to hold on to. There's been bits where, the Reds have had to, scrap it out a little. But this was like the first real roller coaster, wasn't it? And it really was a roller coaster for the Reds. But yeah, maybe we're not used to it. This time in the past, we've had games like this a lot with Liverpool and Jurgen in the past. It's been a while since we have been used to them. Yeah, my heart can't cope. There's no titles on the line, but yeah, Champions League football is technically still... European football definitely up for grabs. There's a slim chance of Champions League footy as well. So yeah, strap yourselves in. If Liverpool are going to defend throw-ins like that, every other team in the world will be practicing their long throw-ins for the next few weeks. West Ham, Tottenham, who can throw it the furthest, lads, get it in the mixer and put the shit up the ears. So you might have a little bit more of that. Veronica said, a hard-fought win, and I'm pleased for Jota getting another 2 goals. Yeah, I am very pleased for Diogo Jota as well. We said before the show, he's the kind of fella who it feels like he scores in bunches. It took me, he hadn't scored for a year, he scores 4 in 2 games. That doesn't shock me with Diogo Jota. He does feel like a confidence player. He'll go on a run. I wouldn't be shocked if he scores against West Ham you know, that and goes on a little one of them. I was made up for him again. He missed the one where I thought he really should have scored in the first half, but the two very different goals. The first one's the poacher's instinct, jogging on the spot, being first to a ball ahead of a defender, and the second one's magnificent. To stay that composed, not rush it, and just find the corner, you know, the thigh, chest, the thigh, the volley was absolutely superb. And you're absolutely right there. I'm pleased for him too, and I wouldn't be shocked if further down the line he gets himself another goal, because he deserves it. And fair play to him. Fair play to him. He's I'm trying to think what the word is. He's had to show a lot of character. He's had to show a lot. I keep saying that one before, don't he? He's had to show a lot of bottle, a lot of something. And I'm absolutely delighted for him that he got himself 2 goals. And yeah, long may that continue. In honour of Liverpool's goal scorer, by the way, let me show you this. We've just released on redmenmerch.com our newest Jota t-shirt. You want to go and get yourselves a new one. It's let me zoom in on it a little bit. It's based on his new song that's very, very similar to the old Fernando Torres song, same tune. So if you want to go to redmenmerch.com to kit yourself out with a new Jota t-shirt to celebrate the win, feel free to go and do that. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Some absolute bargains over there as well. If you go to the clearing section, there's a little hint for you. We don't advertise it too much. Go to the clearing section on the merch channel. You get some absolute bargains while you're over there. But that Jota t-shirt already selling fast. People seem to like it. It's only been on sale now when we sold a few of them. So get yourselves involved. Right then, back to the members and the Discord. Stu, Nico Williams is a player. He was a bad sell. I think the reason Liverpool sold him, Stu, is for that exact reason. Is that I think he's certainly of the level to be a Premier League right back. I think if Forest went down, there would be Premier League sides who would take Nico Williams. Quite respectful with the lack of celebration as well. But you're right. I don't think he's a bad sell personally, because I don't think he suits the type of right back Liverpool really wanted. But he's a good player. And he wanted to go. And Jurgen's I think he's pretty much always said, if someone knocks on my door and tells me they want to go, more often than not, I'll let them go. He wants total buy-in, does the manager. So what I would say about Nico is that he's more than capable of playing at the level. He's definitely a Premier League right back, and like I say, got a bit of good luck with his goal. I thought he defended pretty well, a bit aggressive at times. I thought it was a bit of a silly challenge. He might have got himself sent off with that challenge on Nunes late on, already on a yellow. But yeah, he is a good player. But that's why he wants to leave. It's hard to keep. You know, something might happen this summer. You know, Keith Kelleher is probably going to want to go and play somewhere because he's good enough to. Kostas Tsimikas potentially down the line might be the same boat. No one wants to be on the bench, and when you've got worldy players in front of you, it's really tough. But I think he had a very good game. And Neve says the same thing. I was made up in a sense for Nico. I had a soft spot for him when he was with us. We had to get the win. Yeah, it's all right. Now that we've won, fair fucks, well played, Nico. I'm glad that you didn't cost us any points, though. That's what I would say about that one. Rob Davies going on a similar theme that I went on before. It's about time we showed some mentality. Great 3 points. The top 4 is looking possible. It does look possible. It's looking improbable still. But like I say, if you can put a couple of wins together and just keep the pressure on, I still think we'd have to win every game. Of that, I'm certain. But like I say, all you can do is win. Just keep winning. Get on a run and see where you end up. West Ham will be difficult on Wednesday, no doubt about it. Tottenham won't be easy. There's games to come that aren't exactly... You know, you're not playing Manchester City, or, you know, you're not playing Arsenal again, but they're still not easy games. And like I say, Liverpool haven't earned our trust to go on a massive run. But if they can do it, you're right. Top 4 is possible. I agree with the part about showing some bottle, though. Leighton, who signed up as a member earlier on. Welcome, Leighton, to the show. First time, maybe, I think, as a member. Cracking results against the team. Let's do that again in English. Cracking results against the team, fighting for survival. That's how you do it, Leeds. Yeah, Leeds obviously got beat by Leicester earlier today. Forest are scrapping. And like I say, I don't think they offered much of an attacking threat, especially in the first half. What I would say is that they recognised the weakness of Liverpool with that throw-in in particular. They smelled blood a little bit. They got a bit of good fortune with the first goal, but they certainly made it difficult. And like I say, on another day, that Brennan Johnson lob over the bar goes in, and we're all going fucking hell. So yeah, I agree. It was the wins the most important thing. Liverpool weren't perfect, and when we go over to the board later for the player rankings, I'm sure we might reflect that a little bit. But you're right. At this stage of the season, we just fucking win, and we'll cross everything out later. Moving on then. Imran, great win, 3 points, but I really didn't need that the day after Eid. I ate way too much biryani yesterday for that level of drama. Eid Mubarak, everyone, up the Reds, yeah. That is not the game you want to watch while you're sitting on a belly full of curry. Bloody hell, it's a squeaky bum times to say the least. You don't need a belly full of curry as well, man. But Imran Sarah, but thank you very much, mate. I know you sent a super chat into the show earlier as well. You're an absolute superstar, but yeah, enjoy more, eating even more food. But yeah, having a curry before Liverpool play is never a good option, I don't think. Especially, roller coaster season and all that kind of stuff. Thank you to It's Crossbow with a super chat as well. Says, never make things easy, but at least we got the win. Yeah, essentially that. All that matters at the moment, win, 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 no matter what, and we'll deal whatever else comes with us down the line. It is what it is. We'll sort it as and when we can. Right then, Symes says, we've got some difficult games there, but as long as we get European footy of any nature, I'll be happy. Mate, yeah, listen, if we do that, it means we've had a decent end of the season. We've won more games. That's the key, isn't it? Because at one point it looked mild. Liverpool could have been like Chelsea in mid-table and just couldn't buy a win. If they end up in some type of European competition, it means they've done well and won a few games. And that's all you can ask for between now and then. It is not the season we wanted. And listen, if Liverpool aren't playing Champions League next year, I'll be gutted. But if you can't do that, like you say, win as often as you can, win the games and see where you end up. And hopefully you do get some type of European footy, because you're right, it'd be rubbish if we didn't have any next season. I think it's Amir Osman. Says, shout out to the Egyptian king, Mo. As an Egyptian, I'm very proud of him, and so you should be, yeah. Yet again, another Mo Salah goal. I thought that was an excellent finish by Mo Salah. Didn't see a lot of him all game. And yet, when it mattered most, he beat his man. He's strong because he's getting dragged everywhere. And he couldn't have placed it better. An inch to the other side, and it cannons off the post and probably doesn't go in. It was a world-class finish. And yeah, if you're watching in Egypt, I'm sure you are very, very proud of the Egyptian king. And so you should be. He is an absolute superstar. Right then, I'll head over to Twitter first. Friend of the show, Johnny Fallon. He might have lost his blue tick because Elon Musk took all our blue ticks off us. But he said, let's have a little look what it says. I was calm, totally calm. I always knew it was in the bag. Yeah, let's move it down so you can see it. There you go. Totally, with the gif of a guy literally pulling his hair out, dragging it. Yeah, it was a little bit like that at the end, wasn't it, Johnny? It was a little bit touch and go. You're absolutely right. It was not easy. I'm with you. I always felt like it was never in doubt. Who else have we got? Yeah, we've got to say. Sorry, I'm going to bring this one up. The big LFC. Look, that's one way to look at it. In some ways, at least we know the main problem was long throws. That's easy to fix. I don't know how it's easy to fix. Don't give throw-ins away, maybe. I don't know. What I found interesting with the long throw thing is that I felt when it was more, I know they scored, if it was like horizontally into your box, like almost like a corner kick, Liverpool were all right, but it was the angle, it was the in towards the goal line and then flick back out. Liverpool just, Forest won a lot of first and second ball, and when Liverpool did win it, they just couldn't clear the lines. It was reminiscent of Liverpool teams of old, really. I remember playing freaking Stoke and all those, where they just bombard you and try and bully you a little bit, and Liverpool didn't really do that well. In the end, a couple of times they did, but it wasn't convincing. It was a little bit panicky. And like I say, if you've got a long thrower, if you're West Ham or your Spurs or whatever, and you've got someone who can take a long throw, I think you should probably utilise it against Liverpool. Let's have a little look. Who else we got in the Twitter? Yeah, Shane. Bloody hell, Liverpool are back to giving us heart attacks every game now. Yeah, apparently so. That's where we're at. I mean, not so much in the last game, but yeah, there's a couple of times, hasn't he, where they have... that was more like Liverpool watching April again. Sometimes there's been trophies or whatever on it. There's not that this time. But yeah, it wasn't exactly like the most stress-free game ever, wasn't it? Brownie with a question before I go over and start doing some player rankings. They do use the chat, by if you're a YouTube member, like I say, use the Discord chat if you want to get your thoughts and comments in as well. Brownie says, nice to see Jota on the score sheet again. You're right, it was Brownie. If Spurs draw or beat Newcastle, do you think a fourth place finish is back on? I think if it's 6 with 7 games to go with it. What's the Premier League table? Sorry, I'll have to excuse my ignorance. I've been a bit caught up in it today. Liverpool have played 31, haven't they? Yeah, so Liverpool have got 7 games. Newcastle will still have 7 to go. But if you can get it down to 7, we'd say, yeah, I think if Spurs win or a draw, I actually think the Spurs win's better for us. I know it puts them on. because obviously a draw puts Newcastle up to 57. I still think Newcastle are the team we're chasing. I'm not sure we're chasing Tottenham at the moment. So for me, I think if Spurs win, I think it's definitely on. 7 points is still alive. Newcastle get that draw. If they win, it's very, very tough. So I'm supporting Spurs on Sunday. But yeah, I think if Spurs win, 6 points, 7 games to go, you're just hoping they drop a couple somewhere, aren't you? I don't think that's insurmountable. But Newcastle again, I still think it's very, very tough. It's very much in their hands. So I wouldn't be counting any chickens. Let's put it that way. Right then, Hitchin Baz on the table thing before I go over to the board. 6th from 4th and 9th from 3rd. Spurs got Newcastle United. In the next 2 games, I've never wanted the Spurs win more than I do right now. And yeah, that's it. We found ourselves needing help from other people, but yeah, we are. And listen, it's never a good place when you're relying on fucking Tottenham Hotspur to do you a favour. Because anytime Tottenham ever need to do anything for themselves, never mind us, you can't really, I mean, Spurs is a reason, isn't it? But yeah, let's have a little look how it goes out. A Newcastle win wouldn't be ideal at all, but if Tottenham can get something, yeah, why not? Why not? Let's believe until it's not. Like what is it? So you're telling me there's a chance it's that old chestnut, isn't it? Right then, shall we go over to the rankings board? A little sip of drink on my way as well. Head on over there. We're going to rank all these Liverpool players into 3 different categories. Boss, sound, or you're messing. This will be interesting. So like I say, do use the chat as well, guys. Let me know as I'm making my way over your thoughts on each of these players. Sorry, I need to have a little whistle the old whistle. Hello, welcome to the board. Right then, so if you've never seen this show before, let me just I'll bring your comments up again if you want to know. Bosch was the player was amazing, it was brilliant sound. Yeah, all right. And then you're messing like if you had a bit of a stinker. All season, Alisson's been up here, even when Liverpool have lost. And today Liverpool won. And I don't think Alisson was like absolutely amazing, if truth be told. Hitchin Baz before we start says, I don't think anyone will be in your messing. We'll find out. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to put Ali. I mean, given that fucking throwing away, I felt he was unlucky with the goal. I still think he should have. He might have. Once he got a hand to it, he might have saved it. So I'm going to put Alisson just on the lower end of the sound, in just there. You're messing for the a couple of times. His kicking wasn't great, so I'm going to put Alisson on the borderline. Just giving that throwing away pissed me off a little bit, maybe a little bit higher. Right, next up, Ibu Konate then. He got caught in a bit of a battle with Taiwo a couple of times, didn't he? A couple of silly fouls as well, but for the most part, I thought Ibu was all right. So I'll put him again, just lower levels of sound. I thought, let's go next one. Moving quickly on with Virgil van Dijk. I thought he started really poorly. I thought Liverpool were doing okay in the first half without being amazing. The first 20 minutes or so. I felt Van Dijk was actually pretty average. He kept getting, just strange decisions really, giving a bit loose with the ball and stuff. So I'm going to put him, just maybe a little tiny touch lower than Konate. Just touching your messing, just caressing your messing, but without being in it. Trent Alexander-Arnold then, I thought was decent, was good. I thought I'm going to put Trent upper levels of sound. I think there's going to be quite a lot of sounds, to be honest, because the way that both goals went in, it was a little bit kamikaze, but it's hard to pinpoint it on any one person. Usually if you can see goals, you go, it was his fault. No, it wasn't really that. It was just a bit of a collective shambles, really, wasn't it? I thought Andy Robertson. I don't know what you guys think about Andy Robertson. Let me know your thoughts. I thought he was he was very unlucky with the goal, the first one. He got across there. I think he does turn away a little bit though, and I think he might be disappointed with that. But hard lines a little bit. Attacked well. Lots of pace, lots of energy. I think for the most part, Robbo was sound. I'll go with that one. The midfield's interesting because I didn't really like Curtis Jones. I can't think of a single thing he did. Now that might be good because he didn't have any glaring errors, but it's also bad because he's in the team to do stuff. So I can't really rank Curtis as anything, but like he didn't do anything. And I think if you come off a game having done nothing, I'm not going to say you're messing because you can't say he was absolutely fucking awful. He didn't really do anything. I don't remember him. It was like a very nondescript performance. So he's in there. Jordan Henderson. It shouldn't go unnoticed how much work he has to do in this role when Trent's in midfield to run and run and run and run and run and run. I thought at times he lacked a bit of quality on the ball, but he managed to keep Liverpool in some semblance of shape. But yeah, I think Hendo was like lower level of sound. I thought he was, yeah. Fabinho we didn't need Fabinho really in the first half. He didn't do much. Again, he got taken off relatively early. And I think it was the right call. I mean, I thought it was the right call. I don't think Thiago had a good game. But yes, again, a bit nondescript really. There wasn't that much for Fabinho to do, I thought. Lower levels of sound, maybe. And Gakpo, similar to the Curtis thing, really. Didn't really see much of him. I think if Trent does well on that, when they had a little flick around the corner, he might have thought, fucking hell, boss was Gakpo in that. But other than that, it wasn't really a game for a false nine because there was no space for a false nine to operate in. So again, he was a bit like Curtis Jones, really. He didn't do anything. So he's on the level. Going back to Curtis, by the way, AC. I honestly didn't even know Jones was playing. Yeah, we just didn't see anything from him, really, did we? Right then, the other two strikers. I'll start with Mohamed Salah. Another goal from Mo Salah. Does what he does best. I don't think, again, he wasn't the greatest Mo Salah performance ever. Got his goal, worked hard, a couple of decent bits here and there, a couple of poor bits here and there, but in the end, a very well taken goal. So in fact, you know what? Go up a levels, Mo. You can go pretty much to there. I'll put him here, actually. Be nice there, right behind me. And then Diogo Jota, 2 goals, man of the match. He was definitely boss for me. Nice to see Diogo Jota. 2 goals in the last 2 games. Now 4 in 2. Absolutely amazing. Love having him back. Very, very quickly on the subs. I thought Diaz was boss. I know he never scored, but I'm going to move Salah up to there. Like that. And then I thought it was a great sub performance from Luis Diaz. I thought he held the ball well. He was aggressive. He effectively buys the free kicks and wins the game for Liverpool. I thought, at the end, when it could have been really nervous, they just give it to Luis Diaz. Off he runs, wins a throw in, gets fouled, ends the game. I thought it was a really promising sign, albeit very, very little. Let's have a little look. I would have put Trent higher, says, who's the name? Sorry. Oh, my bald head on this when I have to do this is mad. Lonati, I thought Trent was amazing. I'd have put him a bit higher. Okay, I can go along with that. I'm easily swayed. There you go. Darwin Núñez, I don't think had a very good sub-performance. I'm going to put him on the same level as Gakpo. Milner came on, did the job sound. I thought Thiago was rubbish. I don't think Thiago played well at all. I thought he was very, very loose on the ball. Don't think so. I'm going to put him on the lower end. I don't think it was a very good performance from Thiago, but they're my ratings anyway. If you're not watching this live, let me know how would you have ranked the players and all that kind of stuff. We're going to go back to the board and take a few more of your questions. So let's head on over. And again, it's another opportunity for me to have a swig of Dr. Pepper as I squeeze my big fat belly through 2 lights. Here we go. Right then, yeah, let me know any more comments, thoughts, etc. If you're not a YouTube member, go to the homepage of the YouTube channel, sign up as a member, and you can use the chat. If you're in the Discord as well, then yeah, get yours in for me. In the meantime, I've got a couple of tweets. I'll go next over to Adam LFC 1892. Thanks, Adam. Says, we just never do it the easy way, do we, Reds? Positives that Jota the Slotter is back in business. Top 4 needs to watch out. If anyone can do the unthinkable, it's Liverpool. On to the next one, Reds. That's the only... I agree to the fact that if I was Newcastle and we did start slipping up, I would never fear this Liverpool team this season because they don't deserve to be feared. They haven't earned that. But given what they've done in years past and the runs they've ended seasons on, I think that does carry weight. It's a bit, I don't know, like you play a certain team, like getting Sevilla in the Europa League. There's just some, even though it's different players sometimes, there's just something about certain clubs where you just expect certain things from them. And I agree. I think if it's Aston Villa chasing, I don't think Newcastle will be like, well, you can Aston Villa. I don't think they're that arsed about Aston Villa. I don't think they're arsed particularly about Brighton maybe, although they should be. Brighton a good team. I think the name Liverpool and stuff, I think that really does carry a little bit of psychological weight, provided you play. Like say, if they play like Liverpool played all season, don't worry about it. But if they can play, I do think something like, oh, there's the, if anyone can do it again, these can do it. I do feel a little bit like that. Hitch and Baz. Steve, I thought we struggled against the low press again. What's your thoughts on how we unlock teams that sit deep? See, I tend to disagree a little bit, Baz, in that I thought we opened them up a couple of times in the first half. We just got, the first thing is be boss our set pieces. That helps, and Liverpool were, so that's one way. There was a couple of times where we did get in, and we just got a little bit wrong. It's really tough. I think he needs to move the ball quicker. I think Liverpool at times were too slow. The one time, when Trent gets in, it was bang, 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 and then he obviously takes a poor touch, but that looked like a goal. That's what you need to do. You need to move the ball quicker. You need to stretch the pitch, what Liverpool did. I think he's got to be a bit more careful on the ball. And also, they were quite happy to let Ibu have it. I think as soon as it went to Trent, it would do him effectively man marking at times. That's where the press came. So maybe you want to, and Ibu nearly did it in the second half. He played a worldy ball to Jota that almost got him in. But maybe ask Ibu Konate, can he not be Joel Matip, because that's a rare skill that Joel Matip's got the foray forward. But if Konate can start firing those passes in a little bit quicker as well, then that would help, because then you can't afford to give him the ball. He was almost like he was Palace's rest. When Ibu got the ball, Palace were like, settle down, we'll chill, we'll catch our breath. But if Ibu was more dangerous with it, perhaps a little bit, and I saw in the second half a couple of times he tried to strive forward. I think that's really important. Don't give them anyone who gives them a second to stand still. There's a couple of ones there, and also, like I say, getting Thiago on the pitch but playing better, that would really help as well. He's the key to playing against those teams. Imran. Steve, just out of interest, if you could buy 3 midfielders in the summer apart from Bellingham, who would your preferred realistic options be? See, I don't know who's realistic. I would like Alexis McAllister. I think he'd be a good signing. People disagree with me. I understand this. I think Mason Mount would be a good signing. Gravenberch, I think you're hoping that you're getting the Ajax Gravenberch, not to buy him one. Bit of a gamble, but I think at that price, I think it's more than worth taking. Casado would be a very good signing, whether you can get him and McAllister at the same time. I don't really know if that's available. In terms of who else we've been linked with, I saw we were linked with Thuram at the weekend from Nice. I think he would be a very good signing. So if I could pick 3 of those, McAllister, Casado, Thuram, maybe, but I think they're all decent options for Liverpool. I'm not sure. I'll be honest, I'm not sure Casado's realistic, given the price and what Liverpool are going to have to spend. I might be wrong. I think he's excellent. But I'd be happy with, if you said to me it's McAllister, Mount, and then one other who's of a decent level. I think that would be quite good. I think Liverpool need energy and Liverpool need a bit of quality, and I think you get both from those two. I know some people disagree with me on the Mason Mount stuff, but that's where we are. Did I say Palace? Come on, Steve. Remember who we played. Did I say Palace? When did I say? Forest. I do apologise. Yeah, it was. Listen, roller coaster. Have I said Palace as well? Yeah, sorry, I knew. Roller coaster ride, hasn't it? Maybe it scrambled my head as well. Yeah, fair enough. Nottingham Forest we played. Right then, Liverpool red. I love this one. There's Liverpool without stress. And then Shane, we're back, baby. Yeah, the heart attack reds are fully back, aren't they? Yeah. Didn't do it easy, but they did get the job done, and that is all that matters. I thought Liverpool did really, really well just to get over the line, got those 3 points that they absolutely needed, absolutely had to get, and thank goodness they did it, because my goodness me, it would have been a tough old time if they never. Right, then going to start wrapping up there, just to let you guys know, Errol and Steve will be back in very, very shortly with the instant match reaction over on redmenplus.com. If you want to check that show out in video or in podcast forms, if you go to redmenplus.com and you sign up as a monthly club captain, if you use the code at sign up, IMR, so put your details in, go to the payment page, code IMR, you'll get the first month for 50% off. So you'll get a half price for a month. So you can check out that show with Steve and Errol. You can check out all the post-game content. Final word on Monday. You've got the In the Ground podcast with Chris Pajak and Josh Williams that has just been recorded literally inside Anfield as the game and the name says. Go and get yourselves involved. Go and check it out. If you're watching this after the fact, please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you nothing. Just subscribe. It really does help us out. Drop a like. Tell your mates. Use the comment section. Everything you can to support the channel. You guys are the best, and we'll be doing this all again on Wednesday night when Liverpool travel to West Ham. looking for 3 more valuable points. Until then, we'll catch you all soon. See you in a bit, everybody.
Everyone, I hope you enjoyed the show. Did you know that if you go over to redmenplus.com and sign up as a Club Legend subscriber, I will personally email you every single month with a new code which gets you 20% off at redmenmerch.com.